Okay, so I'm gonna just start out this video here by reading a little post that I thought was pretty good. Imagine if you went back in time and told your 10-year-old self that there would be a Pokemon game that was 3D, where every inch of the world could be explored, where the Pokemon could actually be seen and battled with in the overworld. Imagine there was over 1,000 Pokemon. And then you said it was shit and everyone hated it and asked for refunds. Bros, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is both the best and the worst Pokemon game of all time. And it's quite an interesting thing that we got here. I've been playing this game quite a few hours, and I gotta say, I've been enjoying it a lot. I'm surprised by how much I'm enjoying it, despite the fact that there are serious problems with the performance of the game, despite the fact that the frame rate like basically chugs along at like 15 to 20 at best. And really, people are asking now, is this because of the Nintendo Switch? Is this because of GameFreak's incompetence? And honestly, I think there's a variety of factors. Part of it is Game Freak is still great at making a good Pokemon game. They're just not that great at making like a functional 3D game. They tried with Pokemon X and Y, the 3DS era, to get into this 3D era, and they kind of had it going, but as the scale of their ambition has gotten bigger, they're trying to do much bigger things here with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. As the scope of what they're trying to do with the game world to have basically, in fact, I want to pull something up here real quick. Let's see. Honestly and truly, when you look at games like Xenoblade 2 and 3 and Breath of the Wild, you know that there can be some pretty good experiences on the Switch. So this is like, let's see if I can get this picture to come up here. This is taking a minute. Yeah, like this image here is a mock-up that someone made quite a long time ago. Many years ago, I feel like. And the thing with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, man, is it's basically like a really, really crappy looking version of this. It's like this if the graphics were fucking garbage and the frame rate was like 15. Okay. Oh my god. Um, wow. I honestly like the thing about this game is like it's just so cool being able to like run around and let my Pokemon battle and just like get experience. Like I'm just racking up hundreds of experience by like see if I can find this video here. There's all sorts of glitches going on here. Like here's one. I don't know if you guys booked this, but like let's look at the moon. The moon coming in like an office worker late from work. Oh man. Can I find this one thing I uploaded? Okay, so this is just a video of me like just wandering around and just yeah, man. So I got the Meow Scarada. I named her Sativa, and she is just running around like killing stuff. That's the cool thing about this game. She's just running around killing all these other Pokemon. I'm just collecting. Yeah, there she goes out. Just beats the crap out of everything. And that's the thing. It really is like an open world Pokemon game. But man, these graphics are rough. The graphics are rough, bro. Holy crap, man. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Personally, I bought Scarlet because I wanted to see some of those Pokemon from the past. I looked at some of the designs for like what makes this game different. The professors here are different. And one of them's like obsessed with the future, one of them's obsessed with the past. And it's just really interesting concepts they've done with the storyline. You're splitting it into three parts, making it much more open ended for the player, and really giving you those Breath of the Wild vibes where you can just go anywhere sort of from the beginning of the game. And yeah, man, like for me personally, this has been the most fun I think I've ever had playing a Pokemon game in my life. I feel like this is the best Pokemon game ever. The only problem is like, man, it's just so sad how the game performs. And the thing is, I think there's a couple main reasons here. First of all, Game Freak, they need to either restructure this company, outsource development, get developers from like Monolith Soft or other companies to come in and like help train these guys. Nintendo or Pokemon Company needs to do this. They need to like oversee this. Basically, someone from Nintendo and or the Pokemon Company needs to walk into Game Freak and be like, all right, so what the fuck happened? Why are we giving people refunds now? Because for a franchise like Pokemon, that's like literally the biggest media franchise on Earth, to put out a game that has this level of technical incompetence, bro, it's something, man. It's something. And I think another one of the problems is people don't really understand this about the Pokemon Company and just how Pokemon works as a media franchise. Everything has to move in tandem. You remember, Pokemon is not just the games. And this is how they got us so good when we were kids, man, because we got hit with the triple threat when we were kids, man. Pokemon Red and Blue came out, then Pokemon the anime came out, and then all this merchandise and toys and Pokeballs and Pikachu figures and Charizards and all this shit, Mewtwo's and all this stuff came out, and then they came out with a movie, and that's what I'm saying. And then they had the cards, man. They hit us from so many angles, man. When we were kids, they fucking indoctrinated us into this shit when we were kids, man. That's the thing, and the thing about it is everything Pokemon, it has to move in lockstep, man. It has to like move. The trading cards have to come out at the same time. They have to get a new season of the trading cards. They got to get a new season of the anime, new anime movies. They got to get all these different moving pieces, new merchandise. The merchandise is a huge one. People don't know this. The merchandise is like 3/4 of where all that money's coming from. All those people, all those Poke fans with a fuck ton of Pokemon plushies and Pokemon clothes and Pokemon this and that. That's the major brunt of where the Pokemon company's making their money, man. And that's the thing, man. The Pokemon company, it's like a sovereign state, man. It's like the Catholic Church or some shit. Everything has to move in lockstep, man, and people don't understand that. And so I really think they need to take a minute and like give this franchise like at least a 1 year like pause to like catch its breath for it. We've gone to over 1,000 Pokemon. We just put out like 2, 3 Pokemon games in 1 year now. How many Pokemon games are on the Nintendo Switch, man? I'm sure I'm not going to get all of them. Pokemon Sword and Shield, Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. Let's just count those as 2 games. Pokemon Violet and Scarlet now, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Snap. What else, man? Pokken DX, great game actually. I fucking love Pokken DX. What else, man? There's some other games. I know there's at least one other game that I've forgotten, but there's a ton of Pokemon games, and Game Freak. I know the main team isn't always working on them, but they've spread their developers out to develop all these freaking Pokemon games, man. And this is the thing, man. I know this is gonna sound like some Game Freak Defense Force shit. I know this is gonna sound like that, but the thing is, man, that this game honestly is a big step forward for the Pokemon franchise in terms of game design, in terms of open endedness, in terms of strategy of the gameplay itself. It's still Pokemon. It's still a relatively easy game. It's still a game about choosing 4 moves and catching monsters. But they've never turned the gameplay up to this point where you have so much freedom at your disposal, so many quality of life improvements for the players, for like the more competitive players, players who are more into breeding and stuff like that, the more very focused Pokemon players, there's just more stuff to improve the game for them. And man, I just think it's so sad that this game has to be marred by so many issues with the technical performance, man. And what can I say? I'm having a great time playing this game, man. I'm having a great time with it. See if I can find one more of my pictures that I posted here. My little guy here. There is something endearing about creating this little kid version of yourself. So here he is with his Meowscarada named Sativa. So I'm smoking dope the whole time I'm playing this Pokemon game, of course. And yeah, man, like this game is fucking great, bro. At least for me, your mileage may vary. It really depends, man. I know that the younger generation of gamers, they tend to be much less tolerant of bugs than we were back in my day. Back in my day, the bugs and the jank and all that shit, that was just part of the charm, man. That was just part of the charm. Okay, hold on. I gotta find one thing here. One thing here that I found was actually fucking incredible. So this is somebody's stream. Alright, check this out. Battle me, for I have given my Pokemon a mighty item to hold, and I am mighty. Whoa! This man just went Super Saiyan out of nowhere, and what? Oh man, just look at the girl's face. Okay, this should not be happening. This kind of thing should not be happening with a like first party Nintendo game, man. Like this should not be happening, dude. Oh my god. And it's a shame, man, because the game buried underneath all these problems is fucking fantastic. It's actually fucking dope. It's sad, man. Holy crap. Yeah, man. All I can say, man, I'm enjoying this game, but your mileage may vary. If you can get into a Pokemon game, if you can enjoy that kind of thing, I think the games have obviously, like, if you want, like, actually the best game about catching monsters, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Shin Megami Tensei 5, Shin Megami Tensei 3, just Shin Megami Tensei. If you actually want to play the greatest turn-based game about collecting monsters ever made, Shin Megami Tensei. Anyways, but the thing is, Pokemon has that charm to it that is really just only Pokemon has that charm. Only Pokemon rubs that sweet spot in our hearts. And so the Pokemon company is going to keep making bank, man. Just wait and see. I guarantee you this fucking game is going to sell in 1 month, it's going to sell like 30 million copies. It's going to sell some astronomical number of copies in the first month, despite all these problems, despite people asking for refunds. Never underestimate the Poke fans, man. The GameFreak Defense Force is out there, bro. But yeah, great game. Really sad about the technical problems, and something needs to change at GameFreak, man. Something needs to change. GameFreak can be better than this. So that's all I gotta say, man. I'm Mike Muhammad. Let me know what you thought about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Have you tried the games? Have you decided to avoid the game because of all the negative attention? Do you not care? Are you enjoying it despite it? Let me know what you think down in the comments, and thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. I am out.